Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Block off a play action. Forced out to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On play action. Lock. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first and 10, here's Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Second and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
A strong running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to.
And that's caught inside the 35. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for Seattle. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. A run now with a tight end Fant. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. He completes it to Beckham. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Too long for a field goal. Too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Locke. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a give to ETN. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2nd and 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Seahawks 7. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Locke's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Locke. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. It's caught. Lockett. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Block now to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Locke looks to throw it again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15. Just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and no escape for Locke, and he'll go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Locke, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned in. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 2nd and very short, Locke. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. 7 yards the pickup there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
But listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Block off of play action. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff for Etienne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Etienne. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Jaguars 42, Seahawks 20.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 43 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. All right, now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt. Now Locke. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Locke. Gets this to Fant. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Locke to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Locke. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3 and 5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.